But that's one of the major issues, of course, going on with the Giants right now. And according to a latest poll of all the players, there's a lot more issues going on with the Giants that we may be aware of because the players gave bad grades to the Giants. So, for y'all that may not be aware of this is what the NFL does every single year. It's like, at your own job when you get that here, sign this anonymous thing on SurveyMonkey and just go ahead and fill it out and let everybody know what you think about the team, what we can do better.
But put your employee number right over here. And it's not
yeah. We're just gonna grab your IP address, but they do this, but they do the same thing. The NFL Players Association gets one, and they grade the team that they're on based on a lot of things. And the ownership's grade, huge drop, guys. The Giants really ranked 8th overall in this poll last year, guys. 8th overall. We weren't elite at much last year, but we apparently were elite in what the players thought of the team. This year, the ownership's grade dropped from a B+ to a C+. Now, in perspective, if your kid that usually brings B+ comes home with a C+, you're probably taking away his iPhone or whatever thing they use nowadays. PS17.
Only 5 now. Come on now.
Whatever it is. This is from the report. Owner John Mayer's average rating for perceived willingness to invest in the facilities is 7.73 out of 10 from the Giants players, are ranking 22nd out of 32 owners in the league. The players feel that their ownership is committed to building a competitive team, a rank of 21 out of 32 NFL owners. The players feel that Mayer moderately contributes to a positive team culture, a rank 22 out of 32. Yeah. That's an issue, guys.
Go from the top third to the bottom.
Yeah. Like, they say poop travels downhill. It's traveling right now. And they're seeing it.
Crappy the snowman.
Yeah. This is like cloudy with a chance of meatballs, but instead of meatballs, it's poop.
Yeah. Dung beetles.
And you can't blame people for looking at what's going on with Mara and Tisch to a certain degree as well, because he's always been kind of absent, but he's been around a little more with the issues. You can't blame them for looking at this and saying, what the hell? And the biggest one for me, and I will keep on harping on this till it's over, till they finally, go ahead and do what they should do for player safety. Get some goddamn grass in the field. Stop with this turf. Because if you really cared about players, you would do it. It's a drop in the bucket for NFL teams to put grass on their turfs like that. And now for me or you, it'd be like, we're going bankrupt. We have to sell our home. Like, it'd be a lot of money. But it costs nothing. It costs nothing. And they can do it because you know what's going on for World Cup matches? Grass. Grass. Yep. And that's what I think has really annoyed some of the players, is they've now saying that they can do it because they are doing it
for El Soccer.
So
El Football.
Because the World Cup told them point blank, if there's no grass, we're not playing here. So that's a big thing for me. Now, as far as treatment of families was a big thing the Giants took a lot of pride in for a lot of time here. They earned just a C grade. They got a C minus for their locker room and a C plus for nutritionist diet. That's just a really poor showing. This is point blank what the team is doing. This has nothing to do with the winning, losing. And you got to wonder, is some of this potentially part of it? We've all worked for people we think didn't appreciate us. Let's be very frank.
Yeah.
And nobody works that hard when that happens, as they do when they're happy. I've said it before. There's no cap space. There's no cap on coaching staff, and they should just go out and buy whoever they have to buy coaching staff wise, develop the players, and you'll win your money back that way. You could sit there and say that about the facilities too. There's no cap space in the facilities, guys.
No. Listen, and that facility makes the money. Like, I don't know how it works out with the Jets, but you're talking like the offsite facilities, like the New York Giants like logo itself sells. It's one of the biggest franchises in the NFL. They make their money.
It's everything though, because it's like even treatment of the families. Like, how much would it cost you to go ahead and take care of the families early? And I can tell you this: when we're sitting there on Hard Knocks, going, "Let's throw this guy an extra $1 million. Let's throw that guy an extra $1 million," and then you're telling me you can't take care of the families? That's a WTF moment, guys.
Yeah.
Now, I can tell you this: when I was at the Giants Falcons game this year, there was a huge line of people, signed up outside the stadium. Every single one of them decked out in Giants gear. And I said, because listen, I'm not going to front. I was hustling at the game the whole entire time, handing out cards for the show with QR codes and all. And I was like, what's going on? Like, there's a lot of Giants fans here. They said, oh, we're family of the players. That's what I was told. And one of them, I swear, had to be Micah McFadden's brother. I don't know if he has a brother, but he looked just like him. He was like a doppelganger for him. But this is how the family was treated. Lined up, corralled, like waiting at a Black Friday sale.
We're going to get it for 40% off. We're going to get it for 40% off.
Now, that's an away game. So, Giants did not have control over everything in that scenario. But I can tell you, I've been to plenty of games before. I've never seen that at a game before in my life. Never. And I make a point when I go to a game, especially if it's a stadium I've never been to, since I tend to travel for a lot of games, like just being down here in Tampa. I make it a point to walk around the stadium, walk around the facilities, see what's there. Because I may never go to that stadium again. I just want to check it out and see what there is. I enjoy that kind of stuff. I have never seen that before. So, like I said, I can see where the players might feel that way. Because I'm telling you right now, if my family is sitting there corralled in, like at a line for the bank when it first opens up, and the stock market just crashed, and we're like, it's a wonderful life kind of scene here.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what's going on here?
And your elderly grandma is sitting there stuck. Yeah. Trying to get into the third level.
Not cool. Now, on the positive side, the strength coaches earned an A-, A-, and we just got a new strength coach this past off season, so that was his first year there. So at least that's a positive. We seem to have made a good hire. On Brian Dable, the report said 90% of Giants players feel their head coach is efficient with their time. Now, 90% sounds pretty good, right? That was ranked 22nd out of 32.
Womp.
They said the players feel Dable is moderately receptive to locker room feedback on the team's needs. Moderately. Yeah. Ranking him 22nd again out of 32 head coaches in the league. Now, keep in mind, how many coaches got fired this offseason? Like 8?
Yeah.
So this is saying that 1 out of every single 10 player doesn't feel like they're basically being heard in this locker room. Now, I don't know about y'all, but again, I have to use analogies for what we work and we do in our own lives. Every single job I've ever worked at, I'm not going to name any names, keep myself out of trouble. I keep my work and my podcasting stuff separately. But every single one you work at, and I'm sure we're all going to say the same thing, has that one person. That one person that causes a little tension. Doesn't quite go in line with everybody else is doing at that point there. Now, imagine if 1 out of every 10 was that person. because, and I say this all the time, and I mean it when I say it that way. 9 times out of 10, when that happens, it's because someone in leadership got them to that point.
Usually, what's the old quote that what's it, 80 to 90% of the people quit their boss, not their job.
Yeah, and I truly do believe that. Now, some people take it a little too far, and some people just a little cray, and it is what it is. But that tells you that 10% of this locker room is disconnected. That means, 5 or 6 people in that roster basically feel like they're unheard. They're not listened to.
Yeah,
that's an issue. And listen, it's not going to be something that medium cokes are going to fix. It's not something that a pizza party is going to fix. But
best management trick, pizza parties.
It always. But something's got to get done here, guys. Because if you don't think that free agents are looking at this kind of thing, I would. Haven't you all been to Glassdoor when you're looking up a job? This is basically a very public and easy to find Glassdoor. That's much more reliable.
Yeah.
And that's not good. That's not good. So,
and even when you're not shopping, Glassdoor still going to send you that email of better jobs out there. So you might still take a look, even though you feel like you're content with your job you have. And some people are going to jump ship just because they got that opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. So you may have some rookie guys that be like, oh, this isn't that bad. This is way better in college. And then go, oh, the Redskins have a better facility? Huh.
Yeah, which is pretty bad because Washington's been known for having crud forever. But they have an owner now that cares.
Yeah.
They have an owner willing to spend money. That's the difference. So, all right. So
if you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.